ballers, rappers. She looking for the stars and the Hollywood actors. It's not a game, we talking about practice.
Yo!
We back, baby. What we got shaking today? Another Rappers and Ballers live from the Candy Pen's house.
In LA.
In the hills, we living life. We living good. We got the game on in the back. We keeping an eye on that.
Word up, playoffs.
Fredro said we gotta cut it off in the fourth quarter.
This is the fourth quarter. We might have to take a break right here. You know what I'm saying? It's going down right now.
Yeah, I have to. I'm keeping my eye on that shit.
Yeah.
We can talk about all of that.
Yo, let's get right to it, man.
Right to it. What's up, man? We got the homie in the building, man.
What up?
Yeah, we got the guy in here, man. What's good, brother?
I'm chilling.
Fresh off filming a fucking movie.
Word.
Yeah, let's get right into your whole shit. Cause you got a lot of shit to talk about, you know what I'm saying?
First of all, let them know who you are, where you from, you know what I'm saying? I just want everybody to get familiar.
For everybody who don't know, I'm Mannchester, I'm from Inglewood, born and raised, you know, that's me.
I love Inglewood, man. Inglewood, I used to go to this spot called it was a fish spot. It was called the Red something. I used to go there and get the L in Inglewood. It was like 89th. Is that like Inglewood?
Big Red?
Big Red. Come on, son. Come on, son. Big Red, man.
Big Red.
I'm in the hood, you know what I'm saying? Let's get this mic right. Yeah.
What was that about? What's Big Red about? A little fish spot?
Fish spot, you go there, get your fish. They got the Chinese lady in there, you know what I'm saying? I used to go
it's
get
fire?
What? Fire red snapper. You get the whitey. You know, you come on, son. I'm a hood with it. Woody, you know what I'm saying? Yo, it's crazy because Inglewood is kind of like would be like Jamaica Queens.
Yes.
You know why I say
very
that?
Close.
Because Jamaica Queens is right where JFK is at. It's like real close to the airport. Okay. And Inglewood is close to the LAX. It's the same thing.
And it's cribs, but it's still
right. It's the hood.
It's like Queen. It is Queens.
Yeah. I was actually staying out there for a minute. I was like, I was shacked up. You know what I'm saying?
Inglewood get a little crazy, man. You know, it don't let the manicure lines fool you.
Right.
You know?
Oh, well, I'm from Long Island. Trust me, I know. They be thinking it's sweet.
Yeah, I came I was like, this ain't that. This the hood.
Don't let the manicure.
This the hood. I'm like, damn, this is a nice,
It get tricky.
Visually, it's nice.
It get tricky all throughout LA, though. You know what I'm saying? Compton, like Gardena.
Right.
I mean, that's just the culture. So,
right.
You know what I'm saying?
So the culture. So your neighborhood was like, what set was it? Like,
where I grew up in the Bloods. I grew up, you know what I'm saying? It's all Bloods in Inglewood. So, you know, that's what I grew up around, my family, my brothers, pops, moms, like, you know what I'm saying? That's kind of was the thing.
So when you grew up in LA, that was the whole shit. Everybody, like, it grew like...
It kind of depends on the era.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It kind of depends on the era. I'm an 80s baby, so I grew up, kid in the late 80s, early 90s. So coming up, like, what was going on?
That's my era, nigga.
Yeah. So that was the whole, that was the essence of Los Angeles at that time, that crack era. So it was a lot going on at that time. So gang banging was prevalent because you getting money, so that only enhanced the gangs, and you know what I'm saying? People wanted to join and all that stuff. So it was crazy.
It was crazy.
But mix that with gang banging and money, it's like it made it even wilder than what a lot of people was going through.
Was y'all playing Rakim in LA?
Yeah.
Because that was like
Rakim was dope everywhere though.
But his album was crack era album.
Like, who was that dude y'all
Ice-T?
Because I'm gonna keep it real, even being from
Q.
LA.
Q, Quick. DJ Quick.
We was fucking with Q was that nigga.
Yeah, what? You know. I mean, NWA, late 80s, it wasn't nobody bigger than that because they was actually talking the shit that we was seeing, that we was really living. Like the shit that they was talking about was like everyday life for us. When we went outside, police brutality, all that shit, like that was going on.
When you mentioned NWA, rest in peace to my nigga Big DS. Because the first time I heard NWA, I was with Big DS. He was playing. He had a white Bronco. And we was on it, like going to like wash up.
OJ?
He had the OJ truck, word up. And he was playing NWA. And I'm like, yo,
high speed chase.
It was like, we gonna kill you, fuck the police. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? Because we was listening to some, Tribe Called Quest.
A lot of people, and that was the thing, like, because New York was more hip hop. It wasn't super political far as revolutionary. Right. So, the LA culture, it was just that fed up. You got to remember, Rodney King, 92. So, NW, that was just the overflow of all the anguish, the anger, and you know what I'm saying, all that stuff. But then you had these young kids from the ghetto who was experiencing it, and they was able to throw it on wax. And people at first was like, damn, it's offensive, it's provocative, it's everything, you know what I'm saying? But for people started to see it, I think with Rodney King kind of helped elevate NWA because it was like the world got to see that it was actual footage. Kind of how we, you know what I'm saying, with George Floyd and all that, we're seeing it now, you know what I'm saying? But back then, a lot of shit went without being seen. So the fact that you watched LAPD 8-9 officers beating,
that was the first time that was like, wow,
we seeing it. So, and then you had NWA talking about it. It was like, there it is visually what they talking about.
Believe me, that shit was all in New York.
I'm going to keep it funky with you, man.
That shit was all in New York.
Coming from...
That shit changed us, everything.
LA to LI, because we have, you know what I'm saying, lawns and shit like that. I wasn't fucking with the early 90s New York hip-hop. I wasn't fucking
You was a baby, you wasn't even born.
We're the same age. So, either way...
You wasn't coming out your house, that's what it was.
No, I
wasn't coming out your house.
No, I wasn't fucking with the positive music.
Right.
I just wasn't a fan of De La Soul. I'm not shitting on. I just seen him live and Tribe Called Quest. I saw him live. I like Rock.
You shitting on? You shitting on their tongue?
No, what I'm saying.
What the fuck was you?
It was dope, but it was all about but music to me is what you can relate to.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that don't take away. For instance, like you got an artist like Kanye West, for instance, right? Yeah. I think lyrically he's dope. He creative. You know what I'm saying? But he doesn't make the type of music I personally relate to.
Right.
I grew up in LA gangbanging and shooting it. Like he doesn't understand that. So the shit he talking about, I don't. You know what I'm saying?
It's not relatable.
It's not necessarily relatable.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So and it's no offense. Like he ain't talking about selling like I grew up selling drugs, robbing.
So what you listen to now? Besides yourself, because I know you one of the nicest niggas coming out of LA.
1,000,000%. We'll talk about that.
It's a lot, man. I'm old school. I ain't gonna lie. So I still listen to a lot of old school, but it's a lot of up and coming cats, man. That's dope. Out the city, Inglewood, LA, period. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't no one particular person. I kind of feel everything, like, because I love my city. So my thing is, music is your creativity, it's your truth. So what you spin about, who am I to, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I take draws from everybody. Like, that's you telling your story. How
Great
you tell
answer.
it. You know what I'm saying?
But look at your shit, right? Like in the early 90s, you gotta think of it. If we second, third grade, you know what I'm saying? Our brain ain't developed to understand some crazy. So we like that. My favorite rapper as a kid was Eazy-E.
Oh, Eazy-E?
Because he was just a funny little dude. Like, so I throw a right cross,
like
knock his old ass out. It was just funny to me.
We thought Eazy-E
I'm a kid.
was the most gangsterist
motherfucker ever. It was like, so I fuck with that. Besides Onyx.
I met Eazy-E.
Besides fucking
he really was a gangster though. Like he really gangbanged.
Besides that's why I like the West.
He was a real crip. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's the crazy shit.
And he didn't give a fuck about who the fuck I was. He was looking at me like,
man, get the hell out.
Exactly. I was like, okay. Yeah, everybody was just.
Wait, you meet him, the tunnel?
Nah, we was at the video shoot for Run D.M.C. Down with the King.
Oh shit!
It was produced by P Rock.
And he pulled up.
He pulled up.
Where was it?
He came to the videos.
No, but where was the video?
It was in Manhattan.
Oh,
so it was a lot of people there. He came with like mad, like dude. It was like NWA, like just jumped at the TV screen, but he was by himself with no Ice Cube. And Jay was like, "Yo, this is my group Onyx," and he was like, "Oh shit!"
He had
the glasses.
And you gotta think about how much of a godfather Eazy is. Without NWA, you don't have Cube, you don't have you don't have Dre, you don't have none of Death Row, you don't have Aftermath, you don't have Eminem, you don't have 50. It goes down that line. Without fucking, you don't have Bone Thugs and Harmony. You don't have all of that shit. Like Eazy-E brought a lot to the table, man.
I think all of them did though, man. I think all of them, because Cube. I mean, without Cube, it's like, you know what I'm saying. You don't get a lot of
the
artist part.
But the foundation was easy.
To tell the story. Tell what y'all going through.
You forgot about Ren.
No, Eazy gave them all that out.
Ren.
Without Eazy, we don't even know.
Niggas in the streets was fucking with Ren. You know what I'm saying? Like the street.
What about?
Like he was the real street nigga. Like the niggas in New York was fucking with Ren.
But the other homie.
Who? Cube?
Damn, lost his voice.
Yellow.
No.
Oh, D.O.C.?
D.O.C.
Oh,
was
D.O.C.
that
was
dude.
nasty.
He was that dude.
He was from Texas, though.
Yeah, I know.
But he was part of the fabric.
If you don't put, I'm trying to tell you,
the formula was crazy.
When it comes to the street shit though, in L.A., Compton, Easy was the one in the group. Right. When it comes as far as like the actual gang banging, actually, you know what I'm saying? I said no disrespect to none of the other artists. You know what I'm saying? Like he was really from that cloth. Like he was really about it. You know what I'm saying? Like he really actually gang bang. And for somebody like myself who actually do it and have done it in my life, like people who I wouldn't say perpetrate, people who embellish and carry on that persona and then actually live it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's hard for me to kind of take to.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's why I say when artists is spit, when it's your truth and you are who you are, I don't care what you're talking about. You could be talking about goddamn chessboards.
God bless you.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's at least it's your truth, it's your honesty though. But don't grow up playing chess your whole life and then you 15, you make a song talking about killing, you know what I'm saying? And you've been running around with Dracos and shit, like, then it ain't really real.
That's a lot of, especially today, but there's always been fake ass motherfuckers in the industry, but today it's at an all-time high because it's a social media era.
So that's
you're a character. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You get it when you're on social media, that's not who you really are.
Exactly.
Everything you post,
I tell people, like, I got a Johnny Vulgar page. You ain't gonna see my woman if I have a woman. You ain't gonna see my mother. You ain't gonna see a happy birthday. Nothing. Never in my history of my life will you find me. If I have a gun, I will not put that on. I can't do it.
But see, you gotta remember that's a different generation. We a different generation.
I would never put a gun on IG. Are you stupid?
We a different generation. We was always taught to keep money low.
I had to tell my little brother.
Keep the guns low. Like you didn't wave them around. You didn't let people know. You know what I'm saying?
What I have on now you know exactly what I'm working with. Like
make to each his own.
Yo, so see, I know Mannchester is a street, right?
Yeah.
So you named yourself after that street.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Because people probably don't know what Mannchester is. That's just
it's like it's the pipeline.
That's where
it's through like east and west. It runs through Inglewood, but it's like the pipeline.
Right.
So like where my homies hang out, where I grew up at, is like it's the intersection of Crenshaw and Mannchester. Like that's what I'm saying. Like that's the heart of my neighborhood. So
it's a big avenue.
You know what I'm saying? And it just so happened that avenue runs east and west. So. You got other homies and stuff that we deal with on the east side. So it's kind of like the pipeline. Mannchester is the pipeline from the east to the west.
Right.
So you know what I'm saying?
It's like Atlantic Avenue.
Yeah. So everybody know when you hear the name.
Atlantic Avenue. That shit. You can take that shit all the way down to Queens to Brooklyn. It's mad different. You know what I'm saying?
Barclays on Atlantic.
Exactly.
And it goes all the way down. Yeah. Atlantic. You can take Atlantic all day.
You got dodge all the potholes though. That shit.
And 70 lights. There's lights on the bridges.
There's so many potholes in that motherfucking Atlantic Avenue, man. But
not like that FDR.
So you fuck with the Lakers or you fuck with the Clippers?
I'm a Laker.
Oh,
shit, man.
But talk to him about football.
Clipper Darryl ain't gonna like that.
Man.
They be threatening Clippers. Yeah, I'm with you, Darryl. Don't worry about it.
Once again, I'm from Inglewood. You know what I'm saying? When the Lakers came to LA,
right
they
to
was
the
in Inglewood, in the Forum. You know what I'm saying? Showtime Lakers. So I grew up watching Magic and, you know what I'm saying?
You seen Magic before? At the game? You saw Magic at the game before?
I never watched him, went to the game, and I didn't go till later, you know what I'm saying? At the Forum. Probably around like 95, 96. You know what I'm saying?
He probably in first grade when he retired. You know what I'm saying? Second grade.
Something like that.
Maybe two.
Something like that, yeah. Second, third, something like that.
But let's bring it back on some rappers and bowler shit because the kid hoop.
He hoop too?
He got bloodline of hoopsters.
Nasty.
Yeah, man. I was once upon a time, man, in my younger years now, man. I'm, I go hoop, play 3 or 4 games. I be sore.
3, nigga. I can't play 1, nigga.
Felt like I was in a headlock.
I be like, nah, I was smoking.
3 weeks. I gotta soak in tubs, ice, and all kind of shit. But
you was playing for like high school and all that.
Yeah, when I was in high school, I hooped.
His high school was popping though. Like, tell them about the whole because people don't know that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, man. We were number 1 in the country. You know what I'm saying? For a few years, played against a lot of people. Melo, LeBron.
You played against Melo?
Yeah, Melo, LeBron. A lot of cats. I mean, it's countless. Yeah, he did it. I mean, it's LeBron.
You play point guard?
Nah, I played the 2 and the 3.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
So you had a nice shot there.
That was my.
I was decent.
You was a spot up.
I was more of of a defensive specialist. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Jimmy Butler type
I was
shit.
but I hustled. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was that kid that didn't really develop because I didn't get a sport as much as I should have. Like, I could have been a lot better. Don't get me wrong, I was good. Scholarships all over. You know what I'm saying? But for me, it's like I didn't put in that time in the summer and shit. I was going to jail and gangbang, high school, hustling. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was in the street. You know, I didn't give my energy to it the way I should.
Niggas like, yo, something about to go play ball.
Was up there.
No, we was good though, man. We was good. We was top 10 in the country. You know, my junior and senior year.
Shit, nigga.
Top 10 in the country both years. We won state championship back to back.
What?
You know what I'm saying? Back to back state champs. Yeah.
That must feel good.
Yeah.
I was on the basketball team, nigga. I played one game. They gave me like 2 seconds. They was like, Scruggs, get out.
that was the setup.
I was like, man, I ain't coming back to this shit no more.
He had stunt double.
That's the only time he played.
He had stunt double for Sunset.
I had enough. I got the uniform. I'm sure.
All right, yo, we need Fredro to shoot a jump shot.
We was good, man. Basketball was dope, man. Like I say,
what
sometimes I think
saved my
about
life.
it, man. I might have had some action had I actually got to blossom, but
Right.
you know, it's fucked up not having nobody to really push you. I think
You gotta be with the right.
kids,
You gotta be with the right
you know?
people and shit. You know how it should be though.
Think about it though, like we were talking about it, like you just filmed like a mini movie. I don't know how much you want to give away of that, but either way, we were talking on the set, like, you know, life happens how it's supposed to happen. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Timing is everything. Yeah, he could have did that with the ball. Yeah, he could have, if he ain't do all that time, he could have did other shit. But he said, bro, if I ain't do that, I would have never even met you. You wouldn't be here right now. I wouldn't be here doing this rap shit. I wouldn't be doing that. So everybody's story and the way it's written, you know what I'm saying?
It is what it is. Life is what you live. You know what I'm saying?
And we here.
Straight up.
You here because a lot of people come
your
home.
experiences make you who you are. You know what I'm saying?
Talk about those experiences though, because they don't even know what I'm talking about. The whole stress, what happened.
What's your story?
So basically, man, high school, man, I was a high school basketball player, football player. I was pretty good. Scholarship. 10 days after I graduated from high school, I ended up catching a attempted murder case. And you know, it kind of set me down for a little bit. I ended up doing about like 8-9 months fighting it or whatever the case may be. Long story short, I ended up getting out.
So we beat it.
No, not necessarily. The guy didn't come to court. So, you know what I'm saying? They wasn't able to charge me with what they wanted to charge me with, which was a blessing, you know. But it was a blessing in disguise because I got out right after that. And by the end, I didn't have my scholarship no more. I lost my mom when I was young. So I really had no parents. So I'm 18, you know what I'm saying, going on 19 with no real support system. I'm in the streets, so I gotta figure it out. Like, you know what I'm saying? This ain't time to be going to no JUCO. I gotta find somewhere to live. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I think support is real big. So for me not having the support, long story short, about another 7-8 months later, I ended up catching another case, same attempted murder case. This time I ended up getting 14 years, you know, going to prison. 19,
wow.
You know what I'm saying?
19 years old?
Yeah, I was 19, going on 20. And like I said, man, set me down. You know what I'm saying? Gave me a lot of time to think, a lot of time to grow up. You know, so for me, I used that time to go to school and just better myself because I knew how to do the dumb shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, I know how to rob, I know how to sell drugs, I know how to get it in, you know, best way I know how.
Yeah,
why put in work on that? You know how to do that. Teach yourself something different.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
If worst case scenario, if all this fails, right, you know how to do that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Word.
You've been there before, so
I could do this again.
try something new. Don't be afraid. So for me, it was just like, you know, elevating. So, you know,
you in there preparating, you know what I'm saying?
But listen, this is the difference in life. Like I meet people who go to jail, you know what I'm saying? I grew up with all these people. Some of them don't come home the same. Some of them, their mentality.
Right, it's like, you know what I'm saying? They be like, do the time, don't let the time do you. I never been in jail, but you know,
even people who get blasted,
in jail,
you know, some people take their shootings, like, you'll see a nigga with no legs running the marathon, but you'll see a nigga that got shot in his leg and he's looking all flimsy and crazy. It's like, it's all your mentality when you get out. I only say that because I met him not too long after he was home,
probably about like 5-6 months, something like that.
He was rapping. This
y'all niggas wasn't playing ball in jail? Y'all wasn't
balling?
He was hooping. Y'all was hooping in there?
I just met his homie. He was hooping with him.
One of the homies in the penthouse.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
I see, though, you seen in the video, the niggas are swooping, the niggas had some like, shit in jail, like they ain't have a hoop. So them niggas made some like it was like a cardboard box. You ain't never see that shit? It was viral.
Oh yeah. We saw that. Yeah,
It was viral right there. Yeah.
Some was going berserk.
Yo, it was crazy.
Some was going berserk. You
gotta show that shit.
I've seen different stuff. In jail, you gotta be creative, man.
Yeah,
because you don't really got much, so you gotta make the most out of everything.
So how y'all was like? What y'all had to do? Like most creative shit in jail. Them niggas be making all types of sandwiches and
not even that.
burritos.
Hey,
and all
believe it
that
or
shit.
not, some of the most talented people on God's green earth is in prison.
Right.
I've seen people take a CD player, handheld, and turn it into a tattoo gun.
I've seen that shit.
I've seen people take that same CD player and turn it into 5.9s. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just shit that you would think of, make curtains, blinds, like just out of nothing. Will sew the polo man on your shirt. He's sitting in prison. Will tattoo with 1 needle a whole portrait. You know what I'm saying? When these tattoo artists on the street use 5-6 needles. Like, it's just crazy, the creativity.
What clicked for you, whether it was in there or because you had to be plotting? Because shout out to Doughboy. Because Doughboy's another one that touched down and hit the ground fucking running.
Yeah. We got out like 2 months apart.
Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? Hit the ground running. There's people that be home like,
it's just about, for me.
What clicked for you though?
It was the...
Is it an Inglewood? It was Doughboy from Inglewood.
Nah, it's just about... It's about all the shit you wish you could do.
Right.
So for me, it was like, damn, I wish I could be there for my family to do this. I wish I could provide in this way. I wish I could, you see what's going on in the world. You may see it late, you read, you get newspapers, so you understand what's going on in society. You're like, damn, if I get another chance, I would do this. Because when you're doing that much time, 14 years, for those who don't know, like, you can catch cases in prison. I caught 4 cases in prison. While in prison, caught new, charges and shit. So you can get a life sentence while you're in prison and never get out. So for me, with that type of time, the level 4 maximum security where I was at, it's like, you know what I'm saying? I'm involved in shit that, that on any given, day I can get a life sentence for while I'm already in there. You know what I'm saying? So that's just the culture. That's just what's going on. So you don't really take shit for granted. And those who do they don't love nothing. They selfish. Mm-hmm. If you take shit for granted, right, you're selfish because you only care about yourself. That's how I look at it. That's my perspective. Mm-hmm. So if you in jail doing all that time, man, you got a brother out there, you got a sister out there, your mama out there, right? And you don't wish for them that you can be. You don't wish for the things and then take advantage when you get that opportunity. Right. That means you're a selfish person. You only cared about you because they went through that time with you. Right. Regardless, like, you know what I'm saying? That ain't nothing like your mama love. You know what I'm saying? Nothing like your brother's love. Like, so it's like they go through it too. Like, damn,
It's also a mental strength and like, listen,
it's just like
people ain't built for that. Like, all you young kids doing out here doing all this funny shit, doing 90% of the shit to get yourself locked up.
But you know what? You can't blame. Listen, half the kids in jail, you can't blame them. They've been fucked. It's just been fucked up in the game. Niggas go to jail for some bullshit, be a felony, and fuck their whole life up
today
forever.
They get in jail for shit they do.
You know what I'm saying? It's part of systemic racism. That's it. But
mass incarceration.
Exactly. But on a lighter note, you know what I'm saying? Like, what would you tell like young dudes to not make the same, mistakes
you made?
Well, I'm gonna correct y'all with that. No disrespect.
No mistake.
I don't believe in mistakes because
right.
I believe everything happens for a reason. So if you believe everything happens for a reason, it was a mistake. It was an opportunity for you to learn something. You know what I'm saying? So however you look, I don't care if you spill that glass. It was an opportunity for you to learn something that maybe you had too much to drink. So if I limit myself to 2 cups instead of 4, no sir. I'm just, merely, you know what I'm saying? So what I would tell youngsters out there is just life is about choices. You make good choices, you make bad choices. But just understand that, right, at some point you may have to deal with the consequences of those choices. Mm-hmm. Understand that a choice you make at 15 can, like you said, right? You get that felony once you got it on your record. Now that gives the police the right to pull you over. That gives them, you know what I'm saying, to violate you. They don't have to have, permission because you're on parole, you're on probation. You know what I'm saying? All those things happen. So understand that the choices that you make, no matter how young, can affect the outcome of your life. You know what I'm saying? I'm in my mid-30s now, so it's it's like I made choices at, 12, 13, I'm going to be a blood, I'm going to do this and that. Like, it sounds cool in theory and all that.
But it's just regular choices that we make, though. It's nothing like, the choices that we make is nothing like, to us, because we're from that. So it can happen to anybody, basically.
Anybody.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I hope, man. I was on my way to college.
Any fucking body.
It's crazy, right? Had I graduated, right? I had the opportunity to graduate early. I had enough credits, all that shit, right? SAT score, everything. I had, ACT score, I had all that, right? I decided to stay to graduate with my class. My homies and all that walked this. I could have left the way to spring practice to play football, get there early.
I was
playing football and basketball. I had a partial scholarship to play 2 sports. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, they was going to let me play 2 sports. So, but like I say, everything, I'm not bitter about it. I made peace with it for years. Like, my first 5 years in the pen, I couldn't watch basketball. It was hard because it was like, I'm watching niggas I was fucking whooping with.
And
I'm watching,
family,
you know what I'm saying?
Man,
my bro, you know what I'm saying?
We your family.
Trevor Reza, man. Shout out my bro, man.
Trevor.
You know what I'm saying? So, it's like, and that's the hardest part of the shit. It's like, I'm in prison, he on the streets, and that's why I talk about like how your family's affected, because here it is, he enjoying life, he drafted, and I'm sitting in there fighting life. You know what I'm saying? Like, so now he in the league, he experiencing all these new things. Like, damn, I wish my bro was there. Like, I wish you was there. Like, nigga, you been here the whole time. Now it's like you're not even here to share this.
So that's damn.
He got drafted 03-04?
04.
I think I went to his first home game as he got drafted by the Knicks. I'm a Knicks fan.
But when he was on the Lakers, I remember on the Lakers. I don't remember that.
Yo, he played with Marbury. He played with Penny Hardaway.
That's a boy. Yeah, he fucked with Marbury tough, man.
So when he got on the Lakers, that's when he was popping.
Shout out Marbury, man. Marbury, good nigga.
Anybody pop after they leave
Cody Allen.
Yeah, he's a good nigga, man.
Yeah, he's a solid dude.
Solid dude.
He's a solid dude.
I just saw his
Rest in peace, Sean Mel, man. Marbury used to take good care of him. He was his bodyguard. He's from our town. Rest in peace, Corey Swinson, man. He played in the NFL. He played for the LA Rams, and then he was doing security work for AI and Steph. But Steph was like his main dude, and Steph used to be in my little town in Bay Shore, just running away. Not running away, but little duck away to clear his mind and shit. He used to be out there a lot. So, rest in peace, Corey Swinson. He was a good dude, man. I tried to fight Corey once, man.
You try to fight everybody. This thing is...
he's 6'6", like 300.
Why this nigga always try to fight somebody?
I don't know, man. Vulgar, man. And that's why I don't drink.
What's the boxing dude you try to fight?
That's why I don't drink.
What's the boxing nigga you try to fight? You told me you had to fight?
Oscar de la Chocha. I'm trying to fight him.
No, you had to fight with somebody in the garden. It was somebody's brother or somebody. He's stupid.
Austin Trout's little brother.
He's stupid.
Yo, stop lying online. What happened, man? People got the footage, man. I don't care like that, but you got
that nigga would have fucked you up.
Yeah, right. Austin Trout?
Yeah, probably him.
I'm putting my money on Vulgar, man.
Yeah, thank you, brother.
Money on Vulgar.
Unless I fight LeBron. I've been trying to fight LeBron.
Yeah, I was with Vulgar the club. You niggas beat the shit out of somebody. Oh, man. I was just sitting back laughing like, this shit.
You must sit there laughing.
Hey, don't let your hair fool you, man. Don't let your ponytail fool you, man.
But I met him. I'm gonna keep it real. I never even told this story fully. Who brought you to the studio, dog? Where Rob at? Rob, you here? Bad? Nobody? Yeah, local astronauts in the building.
Poupon shit.
We was at Poupon shit, right?
Yeah.
What's that?
Doe brought you there though? That's my homie Poupon. Shout out to Poupon. Very talented.
The great Poupon?
Yeah, but his name, he's Dijon. That's my dog, Poupon. He's a dope dude. He's a rapper, singer. He does everything.
Tracks together.
Yeah.
Dope
shout to Ilion. Weed is good. Weed is good.
And you pulled up, and yo, I'm gonna keep it real with you. You know how we met when we was
I met you in Chupa.
Yeah, no, we met in New York.
Oh yeah, you came through. Yeah, you came through.
But then when
that was the first time you came through the Mobb Deep show?
Yeah.
That shit was crazy.
Yeah, that was a crazy job. Yeah, that was like But then when we went to NC and we went to the after hours spot, how me and Stick was rhyming a bunch of this is how it was with me and him, right? But listen, the shit.
Y'all was going at it?
Yo, the shit went on for hours. He was battling me on the wall.
No, it wasn't. man, look.
Yo, you be trying to battle
right? Listen, it wasn't a battle. It was more so
like a cipher.
We was just going verse for verse,
Right.
and there was a few dudes in there. And at the time, I'm fresh out, like I got a million raps.
I was like,
you know what I'm saying? 'Cause I don't write. I
still
memorize everything.
You don't
so,
write?
No, I don't write nothing.
Wow.
Yeah.
I stopped writing.
He went viral in the shit.
I stopped writing like
Tell him how you went
6-7 years
So
ago.
you don't write nothing?
Nothing. I just like it.
Tell
I
him
can
how
start
you
a
went
verse
viral
right
on
now.
the
I'll repeat the
No,
verse.
man's one of these niggas.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I just
I be
do
the
a
whole
whole 4 bars,
Yeah.
add another 4 bars.
That's what I do. That's what I do now.
But I repeat.
I do that now.
Yeah.
Yo,
But
I'm gonna
I
keep it
ain't
real.
doing it,
I'm gonna
bro.
keep it real with both of y'all right now.
Yeah.
When niggas used to say that shit, I'd be like, yeah, that's why you rap like that, right? Like, oh yeah, you don't write, yeah, I don't write. I was like, yeah, I can fucking tell you don't write. You fucking trash, right? But doing this EP with you, this nigga just like hit my favorite verse of the whole shit. This nigga just freestyle this shit. I'm like, huh?
But see, now freestyle is just not writing. You know what I'm saying? It's just not. It's not.
It's like you put
I put nothing on paper.
I didn't put it on paper either. It was just more the flow.
It was more of a feeling.
Yeah.
But
record 4 bars.
we wasn't battling. It was just more so like I fed off his energy. So it was like, damn, I got a motherfucker right here who can spit bar for bar. Like I spit 16, 20. He spit.
That nigga was spitting hundreds.
Yeah.
Hundreds.
He probably had mad shit though. Right?
You know how
Yeah,
100 take 5 minutes. That nigga was spitting for at least 3. 7 bars.
Like we was just good, but it was just. But I was feeding off of him because he was spitting some shit. So it was like, ooh, he put them words. Damn, he said that. Okay,
Right.
well, fuck it. And we just went.
And I used to see them like.
So it wasn't like a battle. Like it was other dudes spitting. It's just
They tried. They tried.
After
jumped in.
about like
y'all was the alpha
4
males.
rounds, we just went too many rounds. Like we went like 30 rounds.
30 rounds.
30 rounds. I'm not even lying.
No bullshit, bro. For like 2 hours.
At least 2 hours.
We was rapping for like 2
I
hours.
don't think I
Straight. Beats, Poupon sitting there like.
We
just
just
double
and
tap
we
in
just
the
putting on
space
different beats and like fuck it, just let it ride. Nobody stopped the. It just.
I fucked with him ever
Was
since.
he drinking back then?
No.
Nah, he was fresh on. He was
I
healthy.
really, since I came home, man, several reasons. Like I say, I'm disciplined, so I don't really like to have too many habits. And second of all, like alcohol, you know what I'm saying? A lot of times you don't always make the best decisions. So, you know, being in LA with 2 strikes, being on parole, like it was like that ain't the best thing you want to be doing is right because the police are already gonna fuck with you.
I try to get him every time.
More of a reason
Because Mannchester got his own studio, not to cut you up. He got his own shit. Every time I pull up, there's a liquor store right across the street. I'm like, yo, you want me?
I gotta ask.
Yo, this nigga don't drink, but this nigga orders the same fucking drink in every fucking country, every city we go.
Rum punch.
Just to complain about it. He said, yo, let me get a rum punch. What the fuck? That's mad sweet.
Listen,
Hey, yo, every city does it.
A rum punch is like going to Jamaica. It's like I don't consider that
Shout
like
out to
drinking,
this
you know
rum.
what
I
I'm
don't
saying?
even know what I'm drinking here, but we gonna only fuck with the people.
But I made some fucked up decisions drinking, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, just weed. You just fuck with the weed, my nigga.
But I can attest, or he can attest, like I drink like y'all smoke. Like drinking doesn't really affect me the way it affects. I hate drunks.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? This is just my thing. I'm
Yo,
not a smoker.
man, you remember you came to the House of Blues to come check us and shit.
I think it was whiskey. Yeah.
That picture was hot. I posted that shit on my IG.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I said, I want my nigga Mannchester. I get mad likes and shit.
That shit was dope. Hey man, but shout out. First of all, shout out Onyx, man. Look, right. Fuck what y'all believe. Fuck what you don't know.
Yeah, I don't
niggas
know.
better look up YouTube, man. Like, if you love this shit, man, this hip hop shit, you gotta respect the craft.
Yeah.
And when these dudes get on stage, the energy that they fucking give you when they perform, bro, it's like you gotta respect it. You gotta salute it, man. You gotta salute it.
I thought we killed it.
I
thought we killed it.
Like them niggas came out there, it was like I'm on top of watching. Oh my god,
Niggas is like 30
the crowd is
30
going
game already.
crazy.
And we watching with Edie. Edie's even like
I'm like,
we perform
wow.
Edie out all the time. Edie out niggas.
But Edie was watching. I'm like, I can't believe this.
Like that shit was
this
crazy.
shit up.
Like
You know what I'm saying?
that was for me was
Ain't
like
nothing
that
like
was
an
like a
Onyx
real
show,
hip hop
man.
moment. Like you see shit like I've been to Kendrick, you know what I'm saying? Like he's dope.
He's
like,
nasty.
you know what I'm saying? But it's
When
like
I see Kendrick, he be running like me sometimes. I be like, he be going grimy sometimes. He be like, I be like, wait a minute.
And he could go.
Like, he got so many different styles.
I respect his performance when
He's
like
nice.
his live is
His MTV
because
performance
he actually spitting. Like he not letting the
ads,
you know what I'm saying, the
show
speaker,
track,
you know what I'm saying, the show track with his voice, and you know he breathing. Nah, that nigga spitting word for word.
Like somebody asked me who would be a good, like who would be on Slam, like we did a Slam 2020. I said Kendrick Lamar would be perfect. Like you know what I'm saying?
Say
Like,
Vulgar, Mannchester, bro. That's just my
Nah, but the first time we came to LA, it was right after the Rodney King shit. So we came here when it was crazy, and I remember getting pulled over by police. You know what I'm saying? With my man Remo, we got pulled over. They had us on our knees like this and shit. I was like, yo, what the fuck is going on? I was scared to death, my dude. Yeah. And they made us pull over like, it was like pull over like on a down street where there was nobody. Yo, I swear to God, I was going to die.
This about to fix us.
And that was the first time we came to LA and we did Slam.
My brother, man, he passed away in '96. Was like the biggest Onyx fan in the world.
Oh,
like,
word? I didn't know that.
I must have heard Slam 10,000 times.
Word.
Like, we used to have this shit on cable, the box.
The
like
box,
word. So we on the box, my brother
ordering that shit.
He ordering it and shit. Like, he getting in trouble. Crazy.
Yo, we used to be in the box ordering that. I said, yo, you ordering on the box? You ordering on the box? I said, everybody ordering on that motherfucker. Man, the whole New York was ordering the, you don't know the box?
I know.
That shit was
They need to bring that shit back out, son.
Yeah.
They need to bring it. They're gonna do it on some live shit.
It'll be the same thing. What the fuck you order it and you wait for your video. You wait for your video.
Now you can do it for your phone.
Exactly. But it was like interactive. That was the first time it was interactive.
Like you can actually control what came on. Exactly. I was like, wow, I can make a call. And it might not be right there. And the next video, like, damn, I got my order placed. It was like $2.99 video.
Believe Def Jam was paying motherfuckers to call that shit. Believe that shit.
Yeah, I want to shout out BTSN. Then the local astronauts, BTSN. These are fucking
local astronauts. Shout out.
You find us on BTSN as well.
But local astronauts got some hot fucking beats. These niggas
fire shit.
Fire. If you check the Rappers and Ballers EP, they did all the beats.
All of them.
Shit sound crazy.
All of them.
I always say it should sound like
Polly Rob, you got the audio for the next shit?
You don't like that.
Yo, Polly Rob was bad in here too.
That's a good thing though.
I guess this is my opportunity to tell local astronauts like, damn, what happened with the Mannchester EP?
Oh,
I've been waiting.
Let's put it together.
We've been talking about it for a while now. It's been, you know what I'm saying? So
like, listen, make sure
doing movies, nigga.
Look, when you do the EP, just make sure you got both on the same track. That'd be ill. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all want to talk this BTSN shit? Y'all can talk it better than me. Y'all
BTS, behind the scenes. If you don't
and that's how they trying to stay.
Because a lot of people don't know what BTS means. I know what it means.
You know what? They ain't as handsome.
I know there's some more
they
like,
belong behind
what's the name of that shit? Like, we be like with the whip.
Oh, no, that's some like
slavery.
Some shit.
The hell are you talking about?
We're
in some troubled times right now. What the fuck are you talking about?
It's BTS, it's BS, some shit.
BTSN, Behind the Scenes Network.
Right.
Local astronaut.
Yeah.
That's the best content, man. BTS is the best content.
Right.
That is the best. That's my favorite. That's my favorite.
Real. It ain't scripted. It ain't designed. It's like, damn, I got you in your element. Like I seen, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I caught you in a conversation that I might not hear. You know what I'm saying?
Social media kind of fucked that up because it shows you like people's lives. Like it killed the celebrity allure. Like I don't want to know what.
It depends.
I want to be.
No, it depends on that celebrity and.
I think it's just the evolution.
Yeah, like Eminem, that nigga. When's the last time Eminem? Like, do he even got an Instagram?
That's
like,
a different human being.
I'm just saying, though.
Like, I don't want to know what Fredro was doing unless I get behind the scenes footage. Oh, that's how he acts behind the scene. That's why, like, even MTV Cribs, all these little shits was like, oh, that's how they are. That's how they live. Even though this shit was fake and they were renting a lot of those houses. But
Redman had the best MTV Cribs ever.
Crazy, hands down.
Because
it was real.
That shit.
Real.
He had the broken screen door with the fucked up bell. He said, put the wires together.
And it wasn't fake. It wasn't a prank. That was just
Did he have a
real
cat in that
Throw me those.
Huh?
Throw me those.
Did the nigga have a cat in that motherfucker? Whoa.
That's what we're working with right now.
Whoa.
Talk to him, Dro, while I do the model and shit.
Yeah, man. You know, we
Is
got
it a
the
new
robes. Shout to the UN people, man. We put something together, man. The design is from the All We Got Is Us album, the gray with the black, you know what I'm saying? I told them I wanted to represent that All We Got Is Us feel. Well, they came with that idea. We just agreed because that was a great album. If you don't know about the All We Got Is Us album, that's the album of Last Days, a joint called All We Got Is Us and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? Which which I think Last Days, and I'm not being
It's the
biased,
best song y'all ever did.
no, because I made the beat, but I think Last Days is probably one of the best hip hop beats ever.
Yes.
Top 5 dead or alive.
But now,
talk to me.
You bigged yourself up now. Just simplify it. Just tell them you ran this.
Yo, just get the Onyx Shoes. Go on Onyx Shoes, whatever. Go on UN.com. Get the joints. We rocking. We getting 20
I ain't
off
even
a
got
bundle.
my fucking pair yet. Fuck
We getting 20 off a bundle. You know what I mean? So,
Put that over here.
Yeah, man.
Put that over here.
Here we go. Here we go.
Now tell them about your movie you just did, man. Cause you just made a fucking motion picture, man. And I tried to sneak in there. I wasn't dressed. I ain't had no shape balls. I was in the club scene like that. You might see me in the back like this. And pour myself another drink. I'm talking about that.
It's trying to push the boundaries. Something different, man. From independent artists, something you don't really see, you know. Something that takes a budget, time, you know, commitment and sacrifice. Shit.
So you did is it EP or whole album?
It's an EP.
So how many songs?
6 tracks.
So 6 songs. It's like one whole.
It's kind of like it's a visual album. And so like when you hear songs, like when I hear music, right, it makes me think of stuff. And like so, especially artists who are telling a story. So I'm actually, you know, my mind is actually, you know what I'm saying, you know. Like Pop, you know what I'm saying? Like listening to Pop, he paints pictures, so you actually see it. Right. You know, when he talking about Dear Mama, like you word for word what he's saying, like you feeling it and you seeing it.
Real shit, real rap.
So for me with this project, that's kind of what I wanted to do. That's how I hear music. I visualize it. So because I don't write, so even when I write that, I'm spitting about what I'm seeing. Yeah. So it's easy for me to remember. You know what I'm saying? Because the picture's already painted in my mind. Yeah. So I kind of wanted to give, you know what I'm saying, my fans, the audience, something, the visual to not only the lyrics.
I saw some
he
of that
was the fucking president. I ain't
so you we ain't gonna give it away because you showed me some shit too.
Crazy.
I saw some of that shit too. That shit was crazy. Yeah. You said you shot 13 hours, my nigga?
We shot from 12 p.m. to 1 a.m. one day. That was Friday.
That's when I pulled up?
Yeah, that was that day.
That's a long fucking day.
I showed up at the end and I felt like I was
shout out to the actors, man. Shout out to my homegirl Latoya Tenodio, man. She's in the new Power spinoff, man. That shit is crazy, man.
The show with Method Man?
But I say that to say because I didn't truly respect like the art, like of acting. Oh, it's just I gotta say some lines. Like, no, the camera gotta be right. You know, it might take an hour and a half just to set up for the lighting. Man. So you waiting for the lighting, and then for a 5-minute scene, or you know what I'm saying? Then another hour, like that shit crazy. Like the patience it takes, the energy, like you, and then you gotta keep that same energy. You gotta get it right. The dialogue. Somebody fuck up on, like you might spend, you know what I'm saying, 3 hours on one scene that should only take 20 minutes.
And imagine, and shout to all the independent filmmakers because the independent filmmakers don't got trailers. You know what I'm saying? So most of the time they just waiting, sitting, being, you know, social, talking to people. They ain't got no privacy and whatever. So I've been on the highest sets and on the lowest sets. So respect all actors.
Nah, definitely. So with this, man, how I wanted to attack it, it was just like, I don't, you know what I'm saying? Expect a little different. Expect a story. You know what I'm saying? And anybody who follows my music know that I speak from personal experiences. So I talk about my life a lot. So shit that I've been through. So this is that. This is the visual to the words. It's like, okay, this is the movie of the album. This is, you know, when you make music, you should want to tell something. You know what I'm saying?
You can see it, visualize exactly. That's ill.
The realest shit ever.
That's it. So hold on. You can put the whole shit on and it don't even stop. You just put it on.
No, you put it on and it don't stop. You know,
27 minutes.
About 27 minutes. Like,
I don't know.
Somewhere around that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, the goal is to keep it under 30 minutes. You know what I'm saying? We're still in the, you know, the final process.
This is why this is gonna be like my favorite shit, because I knew once Mannchester finally agreed to fucking come to the fucking show. This nigga harder to get than Obama.
Don't say that.
But nah, I'm kind of, the motherfucker be busy. He really be doing a lot of shit. But the fact of the matter is, like, we have had personal conversations and literally mapping out all this shit. Yo, I'm about to do this. I'm about to.
And the motherfucker did it.
And it's getting. That's what you gotta do.
God damn it, man! I love that shit, man.
I don't like niggas who talk,
it.
man. I don't like niggas who talk. I think as a man, you know, you get to some point, you're supposed to lead, and you got the best example. The best way to lead is by example. So you know what I'm saying? Fuck telling me what you're gonna do. Hey, Fredro, you supposed to. You know what I'm saying? Vulgar. No, I'm gonna show you by my actions. I'm not gonna just talk about it.
That's why I fuck with Joe. Like Joe don't have to fuck with me. That nigga, everything he ever said, nigga did. Like, we're gonna do this. We did it. The shit, everything you ever said, everything I ever told you.
100, I can't lie.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't bullshit, and that's why I fuck with these dudes, because I fuck with him and a lot of people.
It also push you too, though. Like I get inspired, by people. Like you know what I'm saying? Like that show that night, like that shit inspired me. Like damn,
I didn't even know that.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that shit inspired.
Like
I told him though, but I told Vulgar, I'm like, man, that shit was crazy. He was like, I told you, bro.
And
like you ain't gonna get it until you actually see it. Like these dudes, you gotta respect. If you love hip hop, you gonna respect what you see, because it's like how people feed off that energy, and they get it energy what they give every night. He like, man, these niggas is sticky. What's up?
Yeah.
Hey, he like, man, these niggas jump off with one stage playing, and then the next night with the say, and you gonna always get that.
Yeah, overseas is even.
And that's
always get that.
Even
that's
with
what it's
you,
about.
even your music, because now we got your music is in Germany, right? Like people hearing your shit. You know what I'm saying? So your music is gonna inspire somebody too. That's the thing about music. You don't know who you inspiring.
That's why when this tour season open back up, Mannchester gotta be involved.
Son, one day I was walking on Harlem, and shit came with the nigga was like, yo, how does it feel to make you know that your music make niggas wanna kill shit? I was like,
I think I gotta change the concept.
I was like, I mean, it hit me in the face like, yo, like this shit is powerful, you know what I'm saying? Like some motherfuckers will literally take what you're saying to heart and do, like, you know what I'm saying? Like they don't get it, like some people, but it's crazy. This music shit is ill. So what I'm trying to say is words is powerful.
Nah, I'm very, very conscious about the shit I spit. You know what I'm saying? It's the message I want to give. It's more so like I gave the universe a lot of bullshit. So now it's like in my younger years, now that I'm older, it's like, what your legacy is, what impression you leave on people. You know, how do they speak of you, and you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like you spoke about Jam Master Jay. Anytime I hear you speak, it's love, it's adulation, it's you know what I'm saying? It's excitement, it's emotion involved in it, because he affected you in a certain type of way. You know what I'm saying? And that's real, that's genuine and shit. So that's a legacy. If you're a fucked up person, nobody give a damn about you. Ain't nobody, you know what I'm saying? They don't speak about you in a high regard, even in your death. You know what I'm saying? So that's what legacy. So for me, it's like, what are you leaving behind? Like,
who's your big influences? Not even, I know rappers too, but like who are your big influences coming up? Like you know.
Coming up and today.
Like Jay, like you said, Jam Master Jay was my big influence. Like,
I ain't gonna lie, man. I didn't personally know the man, but he spoke the story that his music was the soundtrack to my life, was Pop. And that's, I mean, like,
I get that from you. I just wanted you to say it. I didn't want to say it.
Like, man,
I get that from you.
I had a verse in a song. I say, I love Pac because his music understood my world. Like his music really understood. Like the shit he talked about is like what I was going through. I lost my mom in 93, you know what I'm saying? Shed so many tears. I'm listening to this. I lost my brother in 96, you know what I'm saying? So I'm listening to Life Goes On. I'm listening, you know what I'm saying? So that shit got me through years. It got me through months of heartache, of sorrow, you know what I'm saying? You know, I ain't mad at you. Like all that shit he was talking about, like it really spoke, it resonated with me so much because I was going through the pain. Like I lost a brother, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, how many brothers fell victim to the streets. Rest in peace, young nigga, there's a heaven for a G. Be alive. I told you that I never thought of death. My niggas, we the last ones left. But life goes on. You know what I'm saying? Like the shit, like, so for me, losing a brother and seeing and being in the streets, watching homies die and shit, it's like this nigga is telling the soundtrack to my life. Everything he rapping is what I'm fucking living. So for me, he was my role model. He was my.
He's
my,
like
you know what I'm saying?
Tupac is like Jesus to hip hop.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
and then
I didn't believe in the Cosby's because I couldn't relate to. You know what I'm saying? No disrespect to Bill Cosby, but I wasn't. The Cosby's wasn't real to me because that ain't the shit I seen every day. There was no sweater dad, the doctor, like Daddy Gone. Like it was crack, it was game bang, it was shooting and shit. So I knew that was fake, you know. But this nigga named Tupac, the shit he talking about is everything I know.
Plus she was in a place where he needed that. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. So for me, like that's the feeling I always want to give people because that's what Pac gave me. So my ultimate goal when I write a song is to give people that same feeling that I got from Pac when I was a kid.
I heard "Humble Beginnings" the best song you ever had.
Your influence is Eminem, right? No, Bone Thugs.
What the fuck is your influence?
No, you know, say Bone Thugs.
Onyx.
This the only nigga I know can say a whole. This nigga can say a whole Bone Thugs verse.
Hey, Lazy Moses.
Who the fuck knows Bone Thugs? Yo, who won?
I do.
Yo, did Denver win?
Nobody's there.
Yo, them niggas win?
I have no idea.
Them niggas better win, son.
Fucking my influence, to be honest, once Big Pun made it. I was a Puerto Rican. He's the greatest rapper.
And no bullshit.
And
no
better than you.
I've heard him say that.
Yeah.
I've heard him say that.
No, because
I'm fucking Puerto Rican.
We talked about it, like
he's the
was to you, like, you know what I'm saying, like that's
like my guy, like that. Like
he's Puerto Rican.
I ain't think of. Oh my God, my motherfucking brother's in the building.
Because he's Puerto Rican.
We're talking about Puerto Ricans.
I'm here, Papa. Sorry, I got you.
No, we're talking about
That's
Big
my
Pun.
brother, man. That's my brother from back home. I'll tell you, I've known this nigga since '89, probably.
Yeah.
But that's when I was born. You fucking fact checking motherfuckers. You heard? 21 years old. No, I'm just playing. I'm 47.
I guess Rakim will be mine.
Rakim from Wine Dance, Long Island. You heard? That's my guy. He gave me my first show.
I love him. Yeah, I guess Rakim will have to be. You know what I'm saying?
No, listen.
But I will. But one guy I do respect that's probably younger than me is Nas.
Nas is
like that's like he's, you know what I'm saying?
That's what molded. Like,
he's one of the top because we speak the same. Like he be saying shit. I be like, yo, this nigga sound like me sometimes. I be like,
nah, he's better than you.
Nah, I'm talking about when he talking. You a dumb nigga, man. But I'm better than you. Let me stop.
We can put that to the test. Rappers and Ballers EP.
It's like,
you tell us.
Like, you know the shit you talk about. You know the shit you thinking. When you hear people say it, it's like it resonates. Like you hear, like, damn, that, you know.
Yeah.
All that better shit is perspective. Because listen, Joe. I'm gonna keep it real with you. I'm gonna keep it real with you. I'm gonna keep it real with you, right?
I just say be dope at what you do.
That's
exactly. Dope at what you do.
You said better first.
No, I'm just talking shit.
Fuck out of here. This nigga, man.
What the fuck this guy just meant? What the fuck is wrong with him?
and he don't know.
So like me watching him. Alright, listen, I could watch anybody from afar. Yo, listen, I'm gonna keep it real with you. I recorded the first Onyx videos and Slam, and it was on with
But you impressed me though. When you came on tour, you had your own shit. You was in the crowd. You had your own shop.
Yeah,
you stole that.
Oh, you stole my shit.
Yeah.
Yo, you stole my shit. That's my shit. That's the vulgar move.
But that's
you dive in the crowd with the fucking phone and you do your own shit. Because the people feel like they're part of the fucking show. And he's like, yo, do that shit. We're about to go.
I ain't steal that shit.
Hell yeah, we did that shit 100 times with y'all. I'll be a part of your show. Like, sometimes they give me a mic to feel good. Like, I'm freaky. Like, yo, rap, nigga.
He did good.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you something, nigga. I did a show. I don't know where we were in Europe, and I did a show, and I was like, man, I fucking smashed that shit. Kind of like the Whiskey River. Like, I thought I smashed that shit too. I know we smashed that shit. But you don't even understand how overseas is. These motherfuckers, banging their fucking heads on the wall, coming with sheetrock in their hair. These niggas don't even understand English.
You started doing live shows, Jack?
Yeah.
What? You gotta come through and check you out.
Oh, you mean something during quarantine?
After COVID shit over. After New Year's, man.
Oh, no, I ain't done no shit.
This year is over with, nigga.
Oh, yeah.
2020 is over. This is the worst shit. I ain't gonna say worst shit because
when I die, we'll be the worst shit. Coming overseas with us now. He ready to roll. You good, right?
Man, I'm ready. I ain't on no paperwork, man. That's
three. We announcing it here.
4 years.
All right, put the paperwork together.
You been to New York before?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But the show
as a kid though,
yeah.
I ain't never performed out there, man. I got I've been trying to get out there, you know. Doe, shout out Doe again, man. Tapped in out there and shit. So we was talking about like, you know, once the COVID lift a little bit, you know, and kind of doing a press run, bought something, you know, beginning of the year, like
you know
what I'm saying, do a nice little press
everybody
run.
waiting for 2020. Everybody just chilling out right now.
2021, you mean?
This shit it's unpredictable. You can't make too much plans. You can't put too much money behind something that you don't know if it's gonna be able to, you know what I'm saying, manifest or materialize.
But that's the other thing. You had to wait till you got time, and it's everything, bro. I'm telling you, all this shit coming together. You know what I'm saying?
Niggas acting like that shit ain't even happening no more. I ain't gonna front. You know what I'm saying?
But that's why mini movie was
on.
like, you know, staying, everybody sitting up, they got
What's the
more time
movie
now.
called? What is this thing called?
Endurance.
Endurance? That's big time.
The ability to withstand pain, anguish, you know what I'm saying? Suffering, endurance.
That's dope.
I've been through a lot of shit and I endured it all. So it's like, you know, what other name could I give it? You know?
Yeah.
It's like
Check Me Out was hard. That was my shit. And not because I was on
project. Yeah.
The project was hard.
I think
the song itself is hard.
Yeah, I think that I like that album. I like the collection of songs. You know, to me that's you know, I think maybe lyrically and
your best
produce wise was overall body of work. But my first project, My Truth, I think that was my story. That was my baby. That was the essence of who I was as an artist. That was me telling you
like
raw
as a
and
man,
you know what I'm saying? What the fuck it was. Like, this is my life.
That?
No, it's a EP called My Truth.
Let them know what EP is.
EP, My Truth, man. I dropped it a couple years ago, I think 2017. That was my first project, fresh out of prison.
My Truth, by Mannchester.
I ain't no
shit. Tap in, word up. I'm gonna tap in with that shit.
Yeah.
Right. You could just
My
so
Truth is
Siri
hard.
play that shit.
You even like melodic on some of the like a record, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's my shit.
But that was just
But
me.
I like Check Me Out.
It was like
Do
me.
like Check Me Out.
So my team at the time, like when we were picking songs for my first project, they was like, you know, they heard this and these are the lists I came up with, and you know, at the end of the day, I got the final say. So you know,
because everybody gonna have their mix.
But at the same time, it was like, I can't tell my story the way y'all want to tell me. I can't put no club track on. I can't put this up. This is who the fuck I am. It's sad. It's real. It's raw. It's authentic.
Pain,
though.
but it's
authentic. So it's like you getting a bar who really Mannchester.
You basically you running the same race as Tupac. He gave you the baton. You running the same race, right?
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like
just putting real shit.
That's it. I mean, like I say, at first, that question a couple years ago would have had me kind of like, oh no, but it's like
Tupac ain't me, right?
No, but it's more so. It's like
now you got certain artists are like that.
Nah,
it's not something I think for me, but it's authentic because I've been through shit.
Not even sound like him.
I was a nigga who been through shit. He was educated.
Right.
He was, you know what I'm saying? He
resonated on that level.
So for me, it's like, you know, I'm articulate, I'm educated, I'm well learned, but I've been through a lot of bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like being able to, you know, translate that into music and giving people a feeling.
I hate corny motherfuckers, man. God bless the non-corny motherfuckers on this earth that just spit knowledge. What would you explain it like? Your form of music? Is it just like street knowledge? Or is it just authenticity?
It ain't even knowledge. It's more like when you say
I would say it's just real music, man. If you want to hear,
he has a real story though. A lot of people can't give it.
Like it ain't like it's made up. I'm not talking about. I'm, you know, private. Like for instance, people should only be able to talk about their experiences. Like, so as your life changed, more money you make, life different. You know what I'm saying? Like before Onyx, like, you know, you're a nigga trying to get on, trying to figure it out. You in the streets, trying to figure you hustling. And, you know, now all of a sudden you're on tour. Now shit is different. Now you're seeing shit. You pulling up to mansions and parties in Hollywood that you wasn't at before. You flying here. You out the country. So now in your music, you can talk about shit that you couldn't talk about before. So for me, it's like, I give people real, like raw and uncut what it is. Nothing fabricated, nothing made up.
But then you got some artists who like to tap into the same audience they tapped into from the start. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like D.M.C, Onyx,
yeah.
Wu-Tang.
Yeah.
Them niggas is always gonna give you the same like Wu-Tang go in the studio or they gonna make some shit that sound like it was in 90, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because they got it's an audience of, you know what I'm saying?
I'm
gonna tell you what else that does too. It keeps your audience young. Cause we be at the Onyx shows, we be niggas 16, 17. You know why? Cause we talking to the same niggas.
I show people footage.
We don't tell niggas about this. About the we don't do that.
You resonate with the have-nots, no matter where you
we
go.
We just stick to our core audience.
Yeah, well, which are usually have-nots.
We just keep feeding.
Whether they grew up in New York or Slovakia, the motherfuckers ain't got shit.
For Firestar, my alter ego, he talks about that fly shit.
He talks about that latte.
Stupid.
I just want to give people the same feeling Pac gave me. That's it. Give people the same feeling Pac gave me. Like, I think he had a lot of shit to give. I think he was bigger than just the thought of music. He was bigger than a concert. He was bigger than an anthem. He was bigger than, you know what I'm saying? Because he meant so much to people, you know what I'm saying, just in his life and even after his death. You know what I'm saying? Still to this day.
I tell you, Thug's Mansion came out like 7 years after his death, and that's
I always admired him. Like me and him the same age. I'm actually older than him, but I always admired him from across the way.
Brother,
you know what I'm saying? Like when I seen Brenda's Got a Baby, that's probably like I seen him with Digital Underground because I'm the same age.
Yeah.
So it's the same shit. You know what I'm saying? So I seen him. You know what I mean? I was like, damn, who just came right here?
He could have made a lot of different type of tracks, but he decided to make shit like that.
With these tight ass jeans on. Tupac. It's like, remember that nigga
on the Digital Underground?
No, Brenda Had a Baby. He was walking around with the tight jeans with the
Brenda Had a Baby. He had the big ass fucking jeans.
You remember the video?
He already had the 4-finger ring and all that.
That shit was impressive.
The beanie with a bomber jacket or something like that.
It was black and white video, right?
Yeah, he had to run the Rebels.
Because we was writing our album, we was watching that from New York. We was watching, yo, who is this nigga right here? This shit was
that name, man.
Ew, like,
I couldn't even drive.
That shit, the story was just crazy. Like,
because he was giving it to you in a way, it's like you've seen it. You experienced it. You knew the chick in high school who had a baby, or you know what I'm saying? Like you had a cousin.
You ain't gotta tell me. I caught flash. I was such a big.
So it's like, damn, somebody actually said it. They made a song about this shit.
It wasn't fucking with me back home. I was such a big Pac fan.
He made a song about a little girl being touched and molested and shit. Like that was big, bro. Like that's fucking.
It was a sad song.
Brendan
was like,
Brendan Belly got a brain.
He was like,
damn
shame.
You
know what I'm saying?
Girl could hardly spell her name.
Yeah,
he was hard. He was the illest, man. Yeah. To me, I don't know. I love Biggie too, of course. Come on now. Can't escape that. But you know, we lost some major figures. And then we lost Nip, who kind of carried that Tupac tradition. Everything Tupac was talking about, Nip actually, you know, put into, you know, motion. Yeah. So then we lost Nip. It's like I got to appreciate Nip a little bit more after his death. Like I was in prison, you know, most of the time he was coming up, so I didn't really hear a lot of his music. You know, just because I wasn't hearing a lot of music, period. You know what I'm saying? It's just from being, you know, locked down and shit. Mm-hmm. But you know, understanding, because to me it's like music is one thing. Okay, it's dope. You're talking about some real shit, but who is behind the music? Mm-hmm. What type of life you living behind the music? You know what I'm saying? And who he was as a person, what he was trying to accomplish in his life for not only his family, but his people. Like, how can you deny that?
He would have.
You know that's how I know.
He would have. You know that's how I met. He was special though. Yo, he was special. Like Nipsey, it's no telling where he would have been, because every time I saw any interview, it was always positive. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And positive energy. He always had like.
I met him at the Double XL concert when he made the freshman cover. Solid individual. You know what I fucked with him? He did his whole show. Then after his show was over, he dove off the stage with all his peoples and just walked through the crowd. I just like that kind of shit. I'm like, yo, this
it's just certain.
So that wasn't no question. That's all he kept saying to me. I'm like, yo, I fuck with it, no question.
Certain niggas is special, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it be the niggas that's humble. You know what I mean? Be the niggas that's just humble.
But this is another thing you're thinking about. He's from Inglewood. So even Nip said in these Inglewood niggas show the Crip love.
So what?
Niggas be like, that nigga Nip kind of sick, blood.
What does it make you, you know, because we got Bloods and Crips in New York. When you see that shit, how does it like, I mean, because now that shit is started where you from, but now that shit is, you can go to Germany, niggas talking about blood. I'm like, nigga,
what? Yeah.
White dudes, blood, all types of shit. It's crazy.
I just think, man, you know, they're just with growth. I'm growing as a human being, as a person, so my mind and my positions on a lot of things change. I just think it's the evolution of the world. Like it's things are more culturalized and glamorized than it is actually like, you know,
authentic.
what the essence of it was. And I won't even say necessarily authentic because it's just not authentic to, I guess you can say, it's not authentic to what, you know, how the gang started, what it, you know what I'm saying, what it entailed, what it meant to be a Blood or a Crip in Los Angeles. Now it's more so it's glamorized, it's cool, it's popular, and they might believe wholeheartedly in what they saying and representing because that's all they know. That's how it was given to them. It wasn't given to them the same way, so I can't hold them to the same standard because they didn't have it the same way I got it.
Yo, I'm gonna keep it. It's bigger than everybody. Like this shit is bigger than. This is what it is, man. Mother got 2 jobs. She got to work 2 jobs. The kid is at home by himself. He got to cook Franks and beans. He got to do all this shit by himself, take care of his little sister, whatever he got to do. His moms ain't making enough money. He going outside. He gonna do what he got to do. Who's outside? The same niggas who mothers working 2 jobs or mothers on crack or whatever the case may be. All them niggas hanging out outside. Niggas ain't going to no motherfucking, we ain't got nobody picking us up with a soccer van, taking us to the park to go play. Niggas on the street corner. Niggas on the street corner, what you do on the street corner? You sell drugs, you smoke weed, you get locked the fuck up. That's what life. So now you got the blood, you got the, it's just bigger than everybody. It's nobody's fault. You know what I'm saying? We just been put in a situation, and that's why niggas is marching.
Poverty is.
It's just a trap. It's just a trap, man. You know what I'm saying? But it's real in New York. Like I never thought I would see Bloods in New York, but all that shit is real. The gang shit is real because we have no other love, no other. That's the only way you're gonna get like love. Until them handcuffs come out, that's when the love stop. You know what I'm saying? But we're gonna end it like that. Niggas stay the fuck out of shit.
So we're gonna end it on some negative shit. Fuck that.
I'm just trying to watch this.
Mannchester got the motherfucking Evolution coming out. That's how we're gonna end it. Let's talk more about that. The Evolution.
Endurance.
What is Evolution?
Yo, you high, you drunk, nigga. Hope you ain't driving, man.
Nah, man, but it's the evolution of Mannchester.
Right,
It's
okay.
the evolution of Mannchester. It's endurance.
So when you dropping
We looking at September 28th.
Endurance.
September 28th.
So hopefully this shit will be out by then.
Now let's talk about the NBA bubble right here. All these numbers are inflated, man. These numbers are inflated. These motherfuckers ain't really popping like this. All these Warrens and these Murrays, they're gonna be exposed next year. You heard it here first. They're shooting in the open gym, and they.
Yo, before we rest in peace to Black Panther, man. You know what I'm saying?
Oh shit, Chadwick, God bless him, man.
Yeah.
That was
Wakanda forever, man.
Yeah, man. I just want to say that before we go.
2020 is a motherfucker, man.
Rappers and ballers. My name Fredro Starr.
Johnny Vulgar.
I'm Mannchester.
We out of here.
We fucking out of here. Shout out to Penny Lane, BTS, everybody.
Yeah. Shout to Candy Pen, shout to you, and shout to Steve.
Candy Pen.
Oh yeah, you
In the building.
We out of here.
that joint. Rappers and Ballers EP out now.
Hour. This nigga don't know what this.
Stay in playoff mode, take no days off. 6 rings, no game 7s, I own my court. 3rd pick made the earth sick in '84, and I still got a mean buzz. I'm the GOAT boy.